What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. It's satire. Don't get offended. If you get offended by this, you're not my kind of viewer anyway. Anyways, so I've had a lot of people, surprisingly, mention the words. In particular phrases, the word broke kept coming up. What about making a video for us broke MFs, which I'm playing with that title. Us broke boys, those of us that are broke and can't afford this, and broke don't want to spend that. Man, that's too expensive. I got a lot of that recently. Like I don't do cheapy videos or something. Hundreds of them on this channel. But okay, it got asked enough to where I took it to a vote. I was like, all right, we could have some fun with this title and switch it up a little bit. Moral of the story is this is fragrances $30 or less. If you want to smell great on a budget, that's the actual topic here. We're just having a little fun with the title because I took it to a vote. I'll put the vote on screen. Almost 1,000 votes, 94%. We're here for it. For again, like I said, for the 6% that said no, I'll be offended. I'm sorry for you. I don't expect everybody to watch. You got to have a sense of humor. Just saying. So I've got 10 that you can find for right around $30 or less that I think you can smell great with on a budget. You don't have to spend a lot of money, whether it's you're legitimately broke motherfucker, you know, excuse the F-bombs, there might be a few of them in this video, or you just don't want to spend the money because you don't see the value in spending more when you can smell great for less, because that's reality. You can smell great for less. So let's talk about them. Stay tuned. Starting with kind of a poster child for this topic, because right under 30 bucks, I think it's like 26 from what I saw, if I remember correctly. This is one of the best blue fragrances you can get in Rochas L'homme. So Rochas L'homme has some green elements, a nice strong woody base to it. It has that modern man feel without being just loaded with ambroxan and amberwood and synthetic ambergris. It's got a little bit of that Dolce & Gabbana K, juniper aromatic, sweet geranium kind of feel to it. I don't even remember if those notes are exactly in here, but aside from stuff like Arabian Night Silver, which would be the niche take on this profile, this is the best of the bunch for the designers and the affordable side of this DNA, the Dolce & Gabbana K line, Coach Open Road. This is probably the most well-rounded, highest quality smelling of the bunch for the cheapest price. That's the craziest thing. It's the most affordable one. Rochas really did a great job with this fragrance. This is true signature scent worthy type of stuff. And regardless of price, it's one of the better blue fragrances on the market. Again, that's Rochas L'homme. In the $15 to $20 price bracket, it's really hard to compete with this fragrance, especially if you like fruits, spices, and woods, because that's what you're going to get out of this with Qaed Fursan from Lattafa. You can get this between $15 and $20. Average performance. Some get less, some get more. God, that smells good. Some get less, some get more in performance, but that's the main things you're going to smell here. There's other notes, but it's all about ripe, juicy pineapple, warm, spicy saffron, and a dense, woody backbone that smells like it leans a bit to the cedar side of things, but an overall just strong, woody presence to this fragrance. You really can't go wrong here. This is a true cheapy gem, in my opinion. It's Qaed Fursan from Lattafa. Old meets new. Classic. Literally, this was my dad's signature scent. And it's got a modern twist to it with some hefty ambroxan. It does have a little bit of the shower gel feel with a classic barbershop type of profile. In Eternity Cologne from Calvin Klein. I've been hearing this is popping up at rack stores. You can find it for around 25 bucks in the link down below. This is some really good, cheapy, under the radar, kind of hidden gem type of stuff that I like to shed light on this one from time to time. I'm not a big fan of Eternity EDT. I like a lot of the flankers, but believe it or not, my least favorite is the actual original. And I have a bottle for nostalgia's sake, because like I said, it was my dad's signature the last, handful or so of years he was alive. That was what he wore. So I don't know, maybe it's just makes me sad when I smell it. Maybe it's something like that. But this brings all the elements that I did enjoy about that, the lavender, the greens and such, and mixes it with ambroxan, freshens it up. There's a touch of sweetness here. It's really the modern twist on an all-time great profile with, again, right in that average range of performance. For the money, it's pretty hard to beat. This is another one, great everyday scent. It's Calvin Klein Eternity. This is the Cologne flanker. Now this one has depth. It's fresh, it's blue, it's got ambroxan and grapefruit, but it's also got a supple leather and soft woody note that grounds the fragrance and, like I said, gives it depth. This is Bentley Momentum Unlimited. This does not get a lot of love. This has been for $30 or less for a long time now. Another one that falls in that 6-hour range in longevity. Look, it's not the most original smelling fragrance and unique DNA out there, but it also doesn't smell specifically like any one particular fragrance. So it fits a genre. It's in that lighter blue side of things, but what reels it back from being just some aquatic shower gel type of fragrance, again, is that presence of the leather accord that they did put in here. Nothing animalic, nothing rough around the edges, super mass appealing and versatile. Just a really easy to like fragrance from Bentley. Again, that's Bentley Momentum Unlimited. I truly feel like everybody should give this fragrance a chance. You may hate it. You may love it. My wife loves when I wear it. I recently wore it last week. She's a big fan. I think this is like the king of the cheapy gold for broke motherfuckers. Club de Nuit Intense Man from Armaf, the original Eau de Toilette. This stuff is pure gold. Let me get that to focus if I can, because the lighting's a little awkward here today. It's gloomy outside, so I don't have my normal source of natural lighting, and that warm lighting for the ceiling fan's a little weird, so I got some of the soft lighting going on, so it's not really helping with the focus, unfortunately, but you know what the bottle looks like. Smoky magic out in the air. Up close, cheap synthetic lemon pledge smell, I get it. I've always found it oddly attractive, smelling it up close, me personally. I like the way it smells, I always have. Great performance. Does smell like a Ventus. Gets more compliments than a Ventus. Way more, like way more in my experience, and that seems like the case for a lot of other people. It's not a better fragrance than a Ventus. That is not what I'm saying for you Aventus fanboys that happen to watch this, but Aventus snobs, they're not going to watch this kind of video because they're too good for it. They're Aventus snobs. But if some of you happen to trickle your way over to this video, not downplaying Aventus, it's just calling it what it is in my experience and the things I see with feedback from others as well. If you're chasing compliments, this seems to do the trick, even if you're not a big fan of it. Those around you might be, which I wouldn't advise wearing it if you're not a big fan of it. You got to live in this sillage, but I actually quite enjoy the fragrance. I do prefer the limited edition Parfum, but I reached back for this one recently. It reminded me how damn good it is for the $25 to $30 you can buy it for, and that's why I'm suggesting you check it out too. It's Armaf's Club de Nuit Intense Man, the EDT. That Tigar profile from Bulgari, heavily replicated, beautiful stuff, spicy citrus and woods. It's hard to beat, and Afnan's Turathi Blue is a great representation for the money. You can now get this one in the sub $30 price point. It's a slightly above average performer in that 6 to 8 hour range for me personally. Again, spiced grapefruit, woods, and ambroxan. It's a simple fragrance, but it's an effective, great smelling, very charismatic fragrance. It's hard to beat. Look, there's several other great interpretations of this. Paris Corner's got a great one from their Northstag collection called It's number 1. The first of the 4. That's a damn good one. It's heavier on the ambroxan. This one's a little bit more balanced. That one's more on ambroxan. It depends on your taste. There's spicier versions. There's more fresh citrus versions from niche, like Kajal 3, for example. That's got more of a lemonade smell while still kind of smelling like Tigar, but it's a niche fragrance. But for the money, this one's really hard to beat. If you want to get the most bang for your buck and get a little bit of all the elements of the profile, for the money, this is probably the best route to go, which is why it's the one I'm featuring here today. It's Afnan's Turathi Blue. Now hear me out on this one. It's not exactly like Elysium Parfum Cologne. It's like a very stripped down version. It's a similar bright grapefruit, woody vetiver, even a touch of the leather from it. You lose a lot of the metallics, but for the money, Hugo Reversed is a damn good citrus woody fragrance that you might want to look into. Right around 30 bucks will get you the 4.2 ounce bottle. Less than that will get you a 75 ml like I have here and now. It's just, I don't know how this can't bring a smile on somebody's face when you smell it, even out the atomizer. That was just the natural reaction to smelling this profile. It's one of the better grapefruit smells out there. It just is. It always has been to me. It's got this grapefruit, somewhat lemony, watery, fresh smell. Highly complimented. Not a phenomenal performer, 4 or 5 hours in longevity, but, you know, gets the job done. If you need more than that, you just refresh. It's that simple. For the money, it's the obvious freshy choice in this list. That's why I had to put it on here. I was really looking like Hugo Boss has some good stuff in this price range. What's the one? This caught my eye. This is the one. It's Hugo Reversed. Another $15 to $20 absolute steal from Lattafa. Now, on the forums, your Troll Granticas, your Parfumos and such, you'll see a lot of people relating it to La Nuit de l'Homme and La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. Sure, the cardamom is similar, but this is also an aquatic fragrance. Neither of those are aquatic fragrances. So a little bit of resemblance. Clones, no, definitely not a clone of. This is Lattafa's Ejaazi Intensive Silver. This has some really good performance. This one falls in that 6 to 8 hour range for me personally. Again, has this almost minty fresh meets powdered spice aquatic cardamom top. It's really good. Lavender, makes it a little soapy and clean. It's really, really nice. It's not as evening appropriate as the two things people say it relates to, but the DNA is there. Some of the elements, especially that cardamom and lavender combo, like I was saying, is indeed here. This is a damn good fragrance for the money, just like Qaed Fursan. Lattafa's got some gems hanging out in that sub $20 price point that might be worth rolling the dice. Now look, I get it, money's tight. That's what this video is about. Money can be tight sometimes, and you don't want to, even at $20, you don't want to get too risky sometimes, but this is a pretty safe play that'll make you stand out for the most part. It smells damn good. It's a solid performer. It's just a great fragrance for the money. It's Lattafa Ejaazi Intensive Silver. All-time great cheapie recommendation on this channel. I've been recommending this as long as I've been making content, which is a little over 5 years at this point, and I still like it more than its Intenso flanker, which is really good. It is more intense, it's greener, but the gin and tonic smell and that crisp, fresh, spicy tone with citrus, it's unparalleled for the money. We're talking about Vince Camuto Homme. This is the best Vince Camuto fragrance in my opinion. I have several of them. There's several that are good. This is the best to me. It's the most inviting, fresh, attractive of the bunch. Average performance, 5 to 6 hour range. Smells fantastic. You can get a 100 milliliter bottle for around 30, 50 milliliters like this around 20. It's a great addition to anyone's collection, no matter how big, small, how diverse your collection is with luxury, artistic fragrances, whatever. I think everybody can find some joy out of this. It's just a great wear. When you don't know what else you want to grab, you just want something simple to the point, and it's very invigorating, fresh, and inviting. That's where this comes in. And it's Vince Camuto Homme. Last but not least, I think this is the best rack store cheapie find of the year. It's a 2024 summer flanker release. I was so happy to find this. It's still popping up at Burlington's, Ross Dress for Less, places like that. Anywhere from $17 to $25. This is one of those dice rolls. I say if you're looking for a transportive summertime beach vacation in a bottle, Tommy Hilfiger Vibrant Summer has you covered. This was such a great release for them. This is, in my opinion, their best summer release in years. And I've had their last 3 or 4 prior to this. This trumps all of them. It is a coconut water, fresh, green, fruity, tropical type of smell, a little powdered and sweet. It is really good. It's in that family of Le Beau, but it doesn't smell exactly like Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. But it does. You're going to wear it in the same scenarios. It's going to do a similar job. It does share some similar accords. So that's where the relation comes in. It can replace it, basically. Without smelling exactly like it, it can totally replace it for a fraction of the cost. Now, temper your expectations in performance. I've experienced anywhere from 3 to 5 hours on this one, so it's on the weaker to average side. Nothing special in performance, but it's gorgeous for the time you will have it on your skin, and you can always refresh. This is a true cheapie bargain from the rack stores for 2024. It's Tommy Hilfiger's Vibrant Summer. Well, that's the 10 that I have for you today. All these can be found for around $30 or less in the description below, except for Tommy Hilfiger Vibrant Summer. I can never find a good source to find it in the first place online, so I would encourage you to get out to your rack stores. Check Burlington Coat Factory, check Ross Dress for Less. That's the 2 main spots to find it. You'll probably get lucky at one of those, and I'm pretty confident you'll be happy with that. The rest of these you can find from links down in the description, which I do make a small commission if you have to make a happen to make a purchase, but if not, it's all good. I appreciate you watching the video nonetheless. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave this video. Turn on all notifications so you'll be notified, hopefully. YouTube's bad about this, but they'll notify you when I drop a new video and you can check it out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.